Hello, this is Steve, Indiana Glass Man on eBay, Dichroic Glass Man on YouTube. Wanted to talk about some fusing. These are all coefficiency 90, and these are my abstracts, but they're geometrical abstracts. I love doing these kind of things. I sold all the cool ones, and anyway, I got a few left anyway. We can get the idea. And these are really cool when you see them in person. Very vibrant. I like using splinter, which is rainbow 3 for the bottoms, especially in this one here. You see the varying color from the top to the bottom. It's all cut out of a sheet of splinter or rainbow 3. Same thing over here in the first one. You can see where the color goes from one color down at the bottom to the color at the top. Circles, squares, rectangles, little strips, you need it all. And the reason I'm doing this video is as a teaching aid is that also going to help me out in that I'm selling this Dichro. I'm getting rid of it, so this is your opportunity to jump on this if this is of interest to you. Over the years with this Morton board, as you see down here, this is called a Morton board. Over the years I've cut thousands of these little things where these are cutoffs. They're not squares, but they're perfect little rectangles, strips, triangles. You can kind of see some of them in here. Basically all I did was cut a rectangle in half and created triangles. I know that doesn't match right here, but you get the idea. Just cut it from corner to corner. So I'm going to sell this on eBay. I really don't want to. I'd rather sell it to you, people who view this video and who think, I'm going to put my filter back on here, see if that makes a difference. Take the glare out. See that far piece over here on the right? That's the rainbow. That's what it does, is when you use splinter for your bottom, that's thin. I got the idea right away that I need to use a standard thickness for the bottom. So if you want to make these geometrics, maybe buy all this Dichro from me or some large share of it, you want to buy a sheet of standard thickness splinter Dichro, anywhere a rainbow 1, 2, or 3. Number 3 is splinter. It's my favorite. And you can also use, in fact, this one here, the first one, you can see I used accordion, and it was really pretty. That's blue gold. It worked out pretty well. So what you're going to need is a lot of little bars, and strips, little squares that you can grind out in your grinder, which is right here. Use your grinder, and you can grind a circle out of a square easy enough. And then you too can have, and then in order to achieve achieve that little ball right there, what you want to do is cut squares as small as you can, and then you fuse them in the kiln, and they'll ball right up. They'll turn into little BBs, because that's the nature of fusing, is that square fuses round. Square will even try to fuse round even on big plates. Some of the artists doing bigger projects will tell you that your corners won't stay square if you do full fuse. They'll round out. Well, when you're making earrings, square fuses round. So that little ball right there was achieved by cutting out a square and then going to a full fuse, and they make tons of little BBs. So what I'm going to do to help this process, this is thin, guys. This piece right here is only maybe 1/8 of an inch. I've got hundreds of these little strips, and I'm going to show them in other videos what else you can do with these little strips. But you could cut a little square, tons of these little squares, as you can see, just by cutting the ends off. Won't be too hard. You don't have to be hard on yourself. If they turn out irregular like little diamonds, they all will fuse into nice little round little BBs. And that's how you put them on these pieces. A lot of people wonder how you cut little small BBs. You don't. You fuse squares and they turn round. It's really easy. Well, I'm going to sell, I don't know what this box weighs. It's about 5 or 6 pounds. Folks, there is a tremendous amount of labor. I cannot stress it enough. there is a lot of labor in this box. Right now, a pound of scrap, just scrap Dichro at CVS is $96. I could justify selling a pound of this for $300 or $400 because every single piece in here was hand cut. Not so when you're buying a pound of scrap. It's just broken sheets and cut-offs and breakages and shipping or insured packages that came back with broken sheets of glass. Not here. I cut every single one of these by hand. Some of them are very narrow. As you can see, these little strips right here, and I have tons of these. They'll be in another video. But these are very narrow. I have hundreds of these. So I'm going to show you what we could do with these in other applications, like making sushi plates and geometric stuff, bowls, what have you. But for right now, I want to focus on selling the geometrics just using this application. If you want to use it for bowls and plates, fine. This whole box is coefficiency 90, so keep that in mind. I don't have 96, but I could make it in float. That's 82, 84. That's window glass. I have tons, well not tons, but I have lots of float scrap that I want to sell as well. I'd rather not sell this on eBay. I'd rather sell it to you direct to avoid the fees. That way I keep the prices down low, and I don't have to pay the fees. Theoretically, I'm probably going to sell this for probably $100 a pound. Like I said, I don't think I could be wrong with justifying $300 or $400 a pound, because every single piece in here had to have been cut by hand. So this is a lot of work already done for you. In order to get some of these little tiny little strips and what have you, you still need the glass. Even though I didn't cut them that little, you still need the glass. So I'm going to try this with one hand. Let's see if I can lower my camera on such an angle that we can get kind of get the idea across. I'll switch hands with my camera. I'm going to take a glass cutter and see if I can do this one-handed. You can see the little lines that I've cut. Trying to be conscientious about this. So what I did, you see the little lines? I'm going to break those off. I'll just try it. I did a couple of them with one hand, folks. You've seen it. I can break glass with one hand. See that? That little dude? There's 3 in this one. Pop it from the back. Here's another one. So, as you can see, all this glass is useful because you can take it. Here's some fancy stuff. Here's some RBA. Really pretty stuff. You can cut that into strips going this way so you can benefit all the colors, the bands, and cut them into little pieces. So even though this box is not full of teeny tiny little pieces, you definitely got the glass to do something with so that you can achieve, like I did right here, so that you can achieve the glass. Sure, you're going to have to do a little grinding. I don't make circles out of this box. I've done so much labor already, I'm not going to make you circles. And if I did, I'm going to charge you. So if you want me making circles, you email me. I'm going to charge you. It takes some time to make a lot of circles like this. So anyway, to make these pendants, and I threw an Anaraku bail on the back. That was $15. By the way, you can buy these. I'll sell you all 5 of these as well. I've got lots. I actually have hundreds of cabochons made. You can see my stuff at the Dichroic Glass Man.com. Those prices are not realistic. And anyway, this video is coming to an end. My 10-minute mark is coming up. I've got a lot of videos to come, so just keep watching. And email me if you're interested. Bye-bye.